Anne McClellan here. I love to share inspirational stories that I hear because they inspire me, and I hope that they will inspire you also. I listened to a young man yesterday. His name's Paul. He's 34 years old. He's more than 20 years my junior. But he's been extremely successful at an online business that I am trying to build. And he has made a lot of money and now is a full-time dad at home with his family. And I like to listen to people who are where I want to be. He had many, many struggles growing up. His dad left their family when he was very young. And his mom was a single provider, parent for many years. And Paul, although he went to college, he got a job that didn't pay very well after college and struggled for many years as he got married and started having children. And he ended up looking for another way. And he tried several network marketing businesses with no success the first year at all and limited success after that. But what he did do that first year when he was looking for a better way was learn how to read books that opened him up to change within. The self-development books, the books of people, authors who have been where we want to go. So he continued to read and learn and listen to mentors as he was building his businesses. And in 2009, he decided that the reason he wasn't having enough success was because he wasn't focusing on it full time. So he quit his job with his wife's blessing and started building full time. The problem was things went from okay income to no income or little income. And so they were in pretty bad situation. Then his third child was born, and his wife in tears came to him because the child had a condition where the bones of the skull were fused together, which should not happen for a newborn, and he needed major surgery. So Paul, not knowing what to do at this point and feeling like a failure, got on his knees, and prayed to God for help. At this time, he continued to do what most of society won't, which is reading, changing from within, learning, listening to mentors. And he got the notion that he had not paid enough attention to a book written by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. So he pulled it off the bookshelf. He had read it several times and tossed it aside, but didn't really follow what Napoleon Hill was teaching in the book. And as Paul said, some books need to be tasted and chewed, others need to be tasted, chewed, swallowed, and digested. And Think and Grow Rich is one of those. So he took the book and he started digesting it. He became a practitioner, as he called it. And he was living and breathing what Napoleon Hill was teaching in the book. He discovered his definite major purpose, and he memorized the self-confidence formula. He visualized his goals. He did this every day, day in and day out. Paul mentioned that most people are like a rudderless ship on the seas. They float about with no direction. And when you have a definite major purpose, and it's the thing that you're willing to fight for, all of a sudden you have direction, you have purpose, you have clarity. So he went from having hope that his network marketing business would work to having faith. He started to know that there was money in the marketplace for him. He just had to do his part and give good service and value. He visualized his goals every day and developed self-confidence. And when he developed faith, everything changed for him. His posture, his prospecting, he sought the exact commission amount that he visualized in his mind in his back office. He said that the faith was the nut and bolts, the meat and the potatoes. And he used the example of radiation. With radiation, you can't see it, you can't feel it, but there is an effect to radiation. And faith is much like that. There is an effect to faith. And he mentioned that all these personal development books that you read, all the philosophies, that there's one thing in common, and that's that there is something better waiting for you. He ended his audio with a story of him taking his 5-year-old son Camden to school one day. And Camden said to him, "Daddy, did you cry when your father left the family?" And Paul said, "Yes, son, I cried, wouldn't you?" And Camden said, "Yes, I would, but I know that you'll never leave us because you love us." And Paul said, "Yes, son, you're right. I love you and I would never leave you." So, despite all the obstacles, all the growth that Paul had to go through, he felt so blessed that he was there. He was a full-time dad and there for his son when his son needed him and asked that question. And he would not have had that had he had a job. So his message to us was that all the struggle, all the growth, the believing in the dream, the developing the faith, the developing yourself, it's all worth it. And to never give up on your dream. So I share that with you. If a young 34-year-old guy can do it and be a full-time dad at home, then I can do it and bring my husband home so he can be a full-time dad at home also. And I wish that you develop a dream and a passion and you can have much success in life. Take care, be well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.